Hi guys, welcome to another episode of the Better You podcast. My name is Daniel Banjo and it is lovely to have you here. Don't forget to like, comment, share and subscribe. In this new episode of the Better You podcast, I will be taking you through yet another three series from last year's the Better You series. And let's jump straight into it. Today I'll be taking from day 47 from last year's the Better You series. And it says, don't let fear hold you back from pursuing your dreams. Take calculated risk, step out of your comfort zone, and believe in your abilities. Remember, growth and greatness often lie on the other side of fear. So, to start with, fear is one of the things that has held a lot of people back from achieving basically their proper dues or achieving their greatness or achieving their best versions of themselves, because a lot of people quiver at the fear or at the sight of what they are supposed to achieve. A lot of people quiver at the sight of their future. A lot of people quiver at the sight of assignments that are in front of them. And basically, you can overcome that fear. You can overcome that scare. That is greatness. You're right. You're right at the entrance of the greatness. You just need to do it to overcome the aspects that to make you be afraid of actually achieving these things. Learn to step out of your comfort zone. Most times, comfort zone could be in terms of maybe doing things. Maybe you are so used to a routine. You need to step out of that routine. You need to do things a little differently. You need to change your schedule. You need to no other way can you step out of the comfort zone. Maybe step out more. If you are someone that you are more of an indoor person like myself, you need to probably step out more. You need to take calculated risk. You need to be willing to push yourself to some limits that you've never gotten to before. So then, if you can overcome these levels of fear and scare, you probably would have gotten to a long place, like a farther distance than you currently are. I was scrolling through social media some days ago, and I saw a friend of mine who were in university together, and he always spoke about how he wanted to open his own fashion designing hub, and just see that he finally achieved what was he set out to do right from the university days, and he finally opened his fashion hub, and I felt happy for him because I know how long this guy has been in this business of making nice designer wears, suits, clothing and the likes, and to see him finally achieve that which he always says his mind out to do, it's just a pointer to the fact that it is very much achievable. Dreams are not just dreams. Dreams can become reality, but then you just need to step out of your comfort zone, cast away the fear that is in your heart, and take calculated risk. If you did not decide to go now, who knows, he probably would have spent another 5 years trying to piece his life together, but then he has taken the step, he has gotten somewhere, and now basically the sky is his beginning at this point. So it's always very nice to be ready to step out of your comfort zone. Don't always box yourself to limits, and don't always see yourself as someone smaller than you actually can be. It always helps because on the long run, when you eventually achieve those things, you realize that it's not even as hard or as threatening as it looked initially. So, word of advice: step out of your comfort zone, and beyond the fears where your greatness lies. So, moving quickly to the next series for today's episode, I'm taking it from day 49 of the Better You series, and it says, "Be mindful of the words you speak, for they have the power to build up and tear down. Choose kindness, empathy, and encouragement in your interactions with others. Your words have the power to shape reality, so use them wisely." This is sounding so much like King James Version. When it says, "For they have the power to tear and bring up." It trying to reminds me of Ecclesiastes chapter 3, verse 1 to 10, when it says, "There's time for everything, time to build up, time to tear down," and all of that. So that's probably where I coined that word from. So it's you need to be very, very mindful of the words you speak to people, especially to your friends, to people that you interact with on the day-to-day in your life, because many a times we are careless with our words, and what we don't realize about words is that words are like foundation. They are building bricks of anybody's foundation or people's lives sometimes. But in fact, they have the ability, words, very powerful, they are powerful, they have the ability to shape a person's day. to shape a person's life in the future. So we need to be very, very careful that we don't tear people down or bring people down rather with our words. We should always be mindful of the things we say to people. Make sure that it's encouraging words, because you don't know the kind of person they are. You don't know what littlest things gets to them. You don't know what big words, how they make small words look big in their hearts and all of that. All you just do is you just talk. So you need to be very, very careful that at every point in time when you're talking to someone, when you're interacting with someone, that your words don't eventually backfire, and make the person start feeling bad or cause a steer in the person's course of direction in life. So how do you maintain that your words are of life and not of death? Just words you cannot say to yourself, basically words you cannot receive as a person, don't say it. My dad would always say something: whatever, as a Christian, whatever you cannot take, don't give it out, don't dish it to somebody else. If you realize that if you put yourself in this person's shoes, if you hear something like this come out of another person's mouth, you will probably feel bad or you will be heartbroken. Then when you are in the shoes to be the one to speak over some people, be very mindful that your words don't hurt you, because if they hurt you, obviously they will hurt somebody else. So yeah, test yourself, test every word you want to speak out on yourself. If you hear those words, that will just you. So sometimes that we are different, and actually words that don't make you feel bad will make other people feel bad. But then it's a starting point, in the sense that you've tested those words on yourself, and there are other people like you out there that you can test those words on, and you can confirm that okay, this is not something that can make you feel or make someone else feel bad. Then at that point, it's no longer being your fault if this person are taking it south or taking it sideways. But then you must make sure that from your end there is no pointer to the fact that you did say something that will tear someone down or bring someone down. So yeah, just always. That's why there's the importance of the 2 seconds or 1 second before you speak. Because the brain does not just process to your mouth. There's a long distance between the brain and your mouth. But a lot of people just bypass that distance and just talk. So no pun intended. So a lot of people don't know how to take voice processing before they actually say it out, right? So you need to learn cordially to process your words from your head to your height to your nose to your mouth before you actually say it out. So if I let it reach your heart before it comes out from your mouth, because then when it reaches your heart, your heart will now determine how soft or hard landing the words will be. So yeah, you need to learn how to process words vividly before you let them out of your mouth. That said, I'll move to the third and final series for today. And yeah, it says day 51. Forgiveness is not about excusing the action of others. It's about freeing yourself from the burden of resentment and anger. Choose forgiveness as a gift to yourself and release negative energy that weighs you down. This is one aspect I've always wanted to talk about, because really people don't really pay attention to the aspect of forgiveness that has to do with their self. They see forgiveness as a gift they are doing to other people. Like for instance, when we watch some African magic movies, and they say you have to go and meet so and so person, and ask for their forgiveness before so and so can happen to you, and you get your healings and all of that. So a lot of people have tied forgiveness to a gift that you are giving to the other person. But the real truth is that forgiveness is actually for yourself. The moment you are able to let go and forgive someone, you are helping yourself. It is a gift to your own self, because there is already by nature a negative vibe that comes with holding people in your heart, not letting go of things easily, tying down burdens of what people have done to you. It's a whole lot when you talk about forgiveness. But then the good thing about it is that the moment you are able to get the strength, and the grace to actually let it go and forgive people, you are definitely doing yourself more good than harm. Way more good, health-wise, physically, psychologically, even mentally, because there's a lot of benefits that forgiveness really does have, and a lot of people are yet to dig deep into those benefits that forgiveness has. It is a whole lot, because first of all, forgiving yourself means forgiving yourself and others rather means you are lifting a very big chunk of burden off your own shoulders, and you're just letting it into the air, not pouring down somebody else, not trying to make someone feel
bad or not trying to make them hurt or something. It's just like you're lifting the burden over yourself and over the person, and you're just letting it go into the air. Like, you know how the pigs that the demons that were possessed were thrown into, those pigs immediately went into the swine, they didn't go into affect other pigs, or because of that, affect other people. So yeah, that's what you do when you forgive people. Really, really, aside from the fact that you give them hope of them not having something against them, you also lift it into the air and not putting it on any other person. So the blame is hereby 100% gone. So with that, I think we've come to the end of the episodes for today. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, share, and comment. Till we meet again, well, this is Daniel Banjo, and you are tuning into the Better You podcast. Bye for now, and cheers, guys.